So in this one, I'm going to be ditching the Lego block Saddleman step-up seat on my Sportster 72, and I'm going to be replacing it with the Pera Bare solo seat. Then I'm going to hop on the bike and give you my first impressions on the solo seat. Apply some Loctite to the thread, and I'm going to be installing that plate from the Saddleman step-up seat. Alrighty, so what I got to do next is block off that hole and that hole. So with this hole, I'm just going to be installing a rubber grommet. So with this hole, it actually provides a mount for the number plate bracket here. So I've got to put a bolt back in there. For this one, I've just got this rubber washer, then this little collar that I've painted black. Put some Loctite on the bolt. And if I wasn't so lazy, I could have painted the bolts, but whatever. So what I like to do to all my new leather seats is just put a leather wax over the top of it. So what that does is just acts like a waterproofing sealant. So when you wash your bike, no water is going to get through the stitching and damage your foam. So I'm going to whack some of this on there. Not only is it good for waterproofing, but it's also a good conditioner for the seat, as you'll notice that when you leave leather out in the sun, it'll tend to crack and perish. So this is just good to preserve your leather. Now I'm just going to show you some comparison shots between the Pera Bare solo seat and the Saddleman step-up seat. So I'm just going to show you the seating positioning with the Pera Bare seat, and I'm 5 foot 9 inches tall and this bike has forward controls, so that's going to give you an idea of the ergonomics with this seat on the bike. Anyway, moving on, let's hop on the bike and test out this new seat. Alrighty, so I'll start off by saying definitely prefer the look of the bare seat over the step-up seat. I don't hate the Saddleman step-up seat. It looks good on some model Harleys, just not the Sportster in my opinion. I'll be keeping the Saddleman step-up seat for obviously when I want to ride 2-up or when I want to go on those long rides, because already I can tell that there is pretty little back support on the tailbone with the bare seat, whereas that ugly step-up part on the Saddleman step-up seat provides more lower back support. So just regarding the riding position, I definitely feel like I'm sitting more forward on the bike. I'd say 2 to 3 inches over the Saddleman step-up seat. Doesn't feel cramped because I'm not particularly tall. So what I can compare this seat to is my stock Softail Street Bob seat. Doesn't feel too much different from it. The foam sort of feels about the same firmness, and also I guess the back support feels pretty similar to that stock Softail Street Bob seat. But what I'm going to do now is just go on a ride that's going to last me probably 40 minutes just to see how the arse holds up with comfort. And just under sort of light acceleration there, it felt like I wanted to push off the back of the seat. Yeah, it definitely doesn't feel like there's much support on your tailbone, but I guess you don't buy this seat for support and comfort. It's a pretty low profile seat, so you shouldn't really expect too much comfort out of it. So I've been on the bike now for 5 minutes and I can already tell that in 40 minutes time my ass is going to be numb. What's going to happen in 40 minutes time, you say?
Giggity.
Yeah, I'm going to feel myself constantly shuffling forward every time I give the bike the beans. Rolling into the nice quiet town of Picton on my obnoxiously loud Harley. Is it fuzz? Please don't pull me over and defect my motorcycle. But yeah, I guess this seat is obviously just for styling, not built for comfort. Perfect for when you want to take your bike to a show and shine and show it off. Yeah, just not for long rides, that's for sure. And honestly, I don't do a lot of long distance rides. Don't really get the time anymore with kids and work and whatnot, I usually just use this little Sportster as a bar hopper around town, like a weekend warrior. Anyway, nearly at the block. Gonna fast forward to when I'm there. Alrighty, frames have been dropped off. Brilliant. Oh, I need to pull up and stop here. My ass is very sore. So how do I feel? I guess you could say it feels like I've been drop punted in the coiter after 40 minutes of riding on this seat. Good for looks, not good for comfort. Anyway, I'm gonna walk it off.
One eternity later.
Righto, that'll do me. Rested the ass enough. Let's get on the bike and go back home. Maybe I'm just soft, I don't know. Maybe I'm a softie. I'm sure there's going to be plenty of people on the internet that will come out and say, I've got that seat on my bike and it's fucking great. I've ridden 500 kilometers on it without a single issue. Anywho, that's going to do it for this one, guys. Thanks very much for watching, and as always, I'll catch you in the next one. See ya.